What does it take to become the richest person in history? Innovation, hard work, or something darker? Today, we're diving deep into the fortunes of the ultra-wealthy, how they built their empires and the controversial secrets behind their success. From monopolies and ruthless business tactics to war and exploitation, let's uncover the hidden stories of history's billionaires. Join me as we venture into the often shadowy world of unimaginable wealth and the price that's paid to reach the very top. John D. Rockefeller, a name synonymous with unimaginable wealth. But how did this titan of industry amass such a fortune? It began in the nascent, volatile world of oil. Rockefeller, with a keen eye for opportunity, saw not just the potential of oil but the power it held. He meticulously built his company, Standard Oil, into a behemoth, swallowing up competitors like a python constricting its prey. His methods were shrewd, often ruthless. He forged secret deals with railroads, ensuring his oil flowed freely while rivals faced crippling costs. Prices were slashed, driving smaller companies to the brink before Rockefeller would offer a buyout. A choice disguised as an offer they couldn't refuse. At his peak, Rockefeller controlled a staggering 90% of America's oil. The government, sensing the suffocating grip of Standard Oil on the nation's economy, finally took action. The antitrust case, a landmark legal battle, sought to dismantle Rockefeller's empire. The breakup of Standard Oil, ironically, multiplied his wealth as the individual companies soared in value. Yet, behind the facade of philanthropy, a question lingers. Was John D. Rockefeller a visionary captain of industry, or did his relentless pursuit of wealth come at a cost too high? The answer remains a complex and often murky mystery. From humble beginnings in Scotland to the towering skyscrapers of America, Andrew Carnegie's story is one of ambition, industry, and the fiery heart of the Industrial Revolution. Carnegie saw opportunity in the molten steel that would shape a nation. He built his empire, brick by brick, blast furnace by blast furnace, transforming the landscape with iron and ambition. But progress often casts a long shadow. The workers who fueled Carnegie steel toiled in grueling conditions, their lives a testament to the raw and unforgiving nature of industrial labor. The Homestead Strike of 1892 stands as a bloody testament to the clash between labor and capital. Workers, laying down their tools in protest, faced Pinkerton guards, hired guns brought in to crush the dissent. The ensuing violence left a scar on both Carnegie's company and the nation's conscience. Carnegie, in later years, became known for his philanthropy. Libraries, universities, concert halls, monuments to his wealth and seemingly his desire to give back. Was Andrew Carnegie a captain of industry, a ruthless businessman, or a benevolent philanthropist? Perhaps he was all of these things. Chapter 3. Genghis Khan, the Khan of Conquest. Imagine a world before nations as we know them, a time when vast steppes stretched as far as the eye could see. It was in this world that Genghis Khan, a name whispered in both fear and awe, carved his legend. Khan's wealth wasn't measured in factories or oil fields, but in the vastness of his empire. From the steppes of Mongolia, he unleashed his horsemen, a tide of conquest that swept across Asia. Cities fell, their treasures plundered, their riches flowing back to Khan's growing empire. He was a brilliant military strategist, a master of logistics, able to move his armies with a speed and ferocity that left his enemies reeling. But Khan's conquests came at a terrible cost. Millions perished, entire civilizations crumbled before the Mongol war machine. Yet, amidst the bloodshed, another story unfolds. Khan, unlike many conquerors before him, understood the power of trade. So, was Genghis Khan a ruthless barbarian, a bringer of death and destruction? Or was he a visionary leader who, through conquest, inadvertently ushered in an era of cultural exchange and economic prosperity? Chapter 4. The Rothschilds, Banking on Empire. In the heart of Europe, a different kind of empire arose, one built not on conquest or industry, but on the whisper of money and the flow of capital. The Rothschilds, a family name synonymous with banking, rose to prominence in the 18th century, their influence weaving its way through the courts and capitals of Europe. Their genius lay in their ability to finance nations, to provide the funds that fueled wars, revolutions, and the rise and fall of empires. They understood that money was power, and they wielded that power with a deft hand, amassing a fortune that dwarfed even the wealthiest monarchs of their time. One of the most enduring legends surrounding the Rothschild centers on Nathan Rothschild, a financial prodigy who, it is said, used his network of agents and couriers to gain early intelligence of Napoleon's defeat at Waterloo. Whether this tale is true or simply a well-crafted piece of financial folklore, it speaks to the aura of mystique and power that surrounded the Rothschilds. But their story, like many tales of immense wealth, is not without its shadows. Chapter 5: Echoes of the Past. Billionaires of the Modern Age. From the oil fields of 19th century America to the digital empires of the 21st century, the pursuit of wealth continues to shape our world. Today's billionaires, the tech titans, innovators, and entrepreneurs, seem a far cry from the industrialists and conquerors of the past. Their wealth is often built on ideas, on algorithms, on the intangible products of the digital age. But look closer, and you'll see echoes of the past. Monopolies re-emerge in the form of tech giants, their reach extending into every aspect of our lives. Questions of labor practices, worker rights, and the vast wealth disparity between the haves and have-nots continue to spark debate and fuel social unrest. Philanthropy once again takes center stage, as billionaires pledge vast sums to combat climate change, cure diseases, and alleviate poverty. But are these acts of generosity enough to offset the systemic issues that contribute to inequality? Outro: the enduring legacy of wealth. History has shown us that behind every vast fortune, there's often a story of power, manipulation, and controversy. From the ruthless tactics of industrialists to the empire-building conquests of warlords, the path to extraordinary wealth is rarely paved with good intentions alone. So, what do you think? Are billionaires just geniuses taking advantage of opportunities, or is extreme wealth always built on something darker? Let us know in the comments, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more must-know facts.